You're watching a Highwire Media podcast. As the Rangers bullpen is being built this spring, JT Chargois joins the spring roster with a solid chance of being one of the pitchers in Arlington on opening day. As pitchers and catchers report to surprise to kick off the 2025 spring training season, the Texas Rangers front office thought it would be a perfect time to make one more roster addition to potentially bolster their bullpen. On Wednesday morning, the team announced the signing of right-hander pitcher JT Chargois to a minor league deal with an invitation to spring training. Chargois is entering his 8th season in Major League Baseball, splitting time with the Miami Marlins and Seattle Mariners last season. In 36 games last year, Chargois posted a .223 ERA and 30 strikeouts in 36 1/3 innings of work. Throughout his career, he's been a reliable outgetter, averaging 96 miles an hour on his fastball, and over the last 2 years has become one of the better pitchers in inducing ground balls. He will be immediately thrusted into a bullpen that is still being built back up after losing major pieces to free agency this winter. The team is looking for consistency, veteran leadership, and overall someone to rely on to go out and get outs. So it makes sense the Rangers are bringing him on board this spring. There will be plenty of opportunity for Chargois to impress the coaching staff during the spring and win a spot on the opening day roster. But since he is on a minor league deal, the Rangers still have an option to put him at AAA to open the year, which could provide a valuable option to the Major League club when they eventually decide to call him back up to the big leagues. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today. I've got a quick story for you. I remember the time I tried to score last-minute tickets for a big game. The venue was sold out and the prices on resale sites were through the roof. Then I stumbled upon Game Time and it completely changed how I buy tickets. If you're not familiar with Game Time, let me break it down. Game Time is an awesome ticketing app designed for people who love spontaneous getaways to concerts, sporting events, or even theater shows. One of its coolest features is the interactive seating chart. You can literally see your seat's view of the stage or field before you purchase. No more unpleasant surprises when you realize your seat is behind a giant pillar or way off in the nosebleeds. Another thing I love about Game Time is their last-minute ticket deals. Whether you decide to go to a show tonight, tomorrow, or over the weekend, you can grab tickets right up until minutes before the event starts. And because they specialize in those last-minute steals, you'll often find prices are way lower than usual. That means more money in your pocket for snacks, merchandise, or even an extra ticket for a friend. Here's one more perk you don't want to miss. Game Time's purchase guarantee. You can buy with absolute confidence knowing your tickets are legit. Plus, their customer support is super helpful if you ever need assistance with seating or any last minute changes. So if you're itching to experience the Texas Rangers, a musician, or a Broadway show without the usual hassle or the crazy fees, check out Game Time. It's the easiest, fastest, and most affordable way to jump into the excitement. Download Game Time today, pick your event, and get ready to make some amazing memories, even if it's a total spur-of-the-moment decision. Thank you for listening to this special message about Game Time. Now let's get back to the rest of our episode. And now we're going to take a look at 4 candidates that are favorites to close games for the Rangers in 2025. The closer position has undergone a major retooling across Major League Baseball, but is a staple of every Bruce Bochy-managed team. While part of MLB goes towards a committee approach regarding closers, it's yet to be seen if Bochy will change his philosophy. The Rangers have a total of 30 combined Major League regular season saves from the entire 40-man roster. This leaves a major question mark heading into spring training and potentially into the regular season. So we're going to take a look at 4 in-house pitchers that are currently in the running for the position. Starting off with Josh Boers. Boers has experience in the playoffs in high leverage situations with the stuff that misses bats. He notably threw the last out of the 2023 World Series, so there are little doubts on if he can handle the moment. The problem in 2024 was his health, only appearing in 17 games for the Rangers. There are major injury concerns already with off-season injuries that are piling up, including a major surgery on his shoulder that will sideline him for what is likely the first 2 months of the season. When he is healthy, he will get looks for sure at the position. Bruce Bochy has shown unwavering faith in the righty, but time will tell if Boers will get the job. Boers' time in Texas has been a roller coaster, but appeared to be on the ascent before the start of last season. Due to the names in the running for the job, there will likely be a decision early in spring training on who the choice is. With plenty of experience in the 7th and 8th innings, he might be ready to take on the 9th inning. As long as health is in good fortune, there is no doubt Boras will play a major role in the bullpen. Next up is Jon Gray. Gray is a really interesting choice for the job. He's been starting games for his entire major league career, but has been long rumored, this offseason at least, to be considered for the job. His arsenal fits the role between his wipeout slider and mid to high 90s fastball that would allow him to unload the tank and take that pitch to the next level. During the 2023 postseason, he also had a run out of the bullpen, so this is not a completely foreign move for him. The question marks don't start appearing with his arsenal, but whether or not it is necessary. He is valuable in the rotation, but with the rotation finally finding some health, he may be more beneficial to the team out of the bullpen. If that is the case, his transition could be extremely easy. His likelihood for the role will likely go along with Boras' health, as well as the health of the starting rotation. Bochy will make his decision on where to use Gray early in spring training to give him time to spread out innings or get used to coming out of the bullpen. This will be a storyline to follow early in spring training and into the regular season. Then we have Chris Martin. Martin is an experienced veteran that is a guy to fill the role. Signing of pitchers this offseason, such as Hobie Milner and Jacob Webb, will take up innings that Martin has filled in his career. With those innings not being where Martin may be needed, an upgrade to closer is a possibility. He has 14 career saves in his 9 seasons, but brings in necessary experience to not be shaken in the moment. Martin has been a beacon of consistency at every trip since his return to the big leagues in 2018. The Rangers' bullpen, the last 2 years, besides the final months of 2023, has been anything but consistent. Martin's innings, regardless of where they are in the game, are extremely valuable. Consistently coming in and getting outs are the key to steadying a bullpen. In a league where consistency is king, there might not be many better options available in the clubhouse, let alone in the league. In a bullpen that boasts 30 career save totals, he does have the most. He has the ability to get guys out while not overpowering them, which can play well with a very good projected defensive team. Martin may not be an appealing name to close games, but he is certainly a name that is at least in the running. Then we have Mark Church. If you want a young guy with a future in the bullpen to close games, this is the most likely to do it. Church has electric stuff built for the bullpen and turns 24 early in the season. Church's arsenal boasts an above-average grade fastball and slider, but does struggle with command at times. His 235 strikeouts in 164 innings in the minors projects well for his future, but the cause for concern in his time in the minors is his 76 combined free passes to batters. His walk numbers spiked in 2023 with 38 and came way down to 10 in 2024 in 25.2 innings. If his 2024 momentum carries into 2025, his role in the bullpen will be intriguing. But as of now, he is fighting to get into the bullpen in the first place. Church got a taste of the big leagues late last year in a one-inning outing against the Angels. He is not likely to fill the role and is a question mark to make the initial 26-man roster, but his stuff looks to be MLB ready. This is more than likely wishful thinking, but a good run in spring training can at least put him in the running for the position at some point. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of who you think should be the closer for the Rangers heading into the season. And now we're going to take a look at one reliever that the Rangers should reunite with before spring training starts. David Robertson was a late game menace for the Rangers last season, throwing 71 innings in 68 games in 2024. We are at the starting line of the 2025 Major League Baseball season, and as players begin to line up and report to duty with their respective clubs, there are still a handful of guys still are choosing their next team. A handful of Texas Rangers free agents made their decision earlier this offseason. Nathan Eovaldi returned to Texas, Jose Leclerc went to the Athletics, Kirby Yates signed with the Dodgers, but a couple of them are still choosing, including one veteran reliever who can make a massive difference for Texas. It seems unlikely the Texas Rangers will make additional roster moves as pitchers and catchers report to spring training on Wednesday, but it might also be worth it to give David Robertson a call. In my mind, signing Robertson couldn't hurt Texas. Matter of fact, it could get them exactly where they want to go, another World Series trip. It is honestly shocking that we are about to enter spring training and he is still on the market. Not only that, there hasn't been a lot of news or interest surrounding the 16-year veteran reliever this offseason. Maybe it's Robertson's age, 39, that is keeping teams from making a commitment or that the asking price is too high. In my mind, Robertson is worth it until he shows that he isn't anymore. In 72 innings of work last season, Robertson finished with a 3 ERA, 99 strikeouts, 1.11 whip, and averaged 12.4 strikeouts per 9 innings. Robertson signed with the Rangers prior to the 2024 season with hopes of helping Texas in their pursuit to defend their title. His contract was a 1-year deal with a mutual option after the first year, which he declined in the offseason. I know the Rangers are dealing with salary issues and not wanting to go over the luxury tax, so I can understand why they might be staying pat with the guys they have, but they are short an established big league closer. While he worked solely out of the 7th or 8th innings with Texas in 2024, Robertson's career has been as a closer, recording 177 games for 7 different teams. Not only that, he is still a productive pitcher with a nasty 4-pitch mix and a high strikeout percentage. Most of this is just grasping on to one final straw to improve the team before spring training begins. But a proven big league closer is really what this team needs. Right now, they are going into the year with Chris Martin as the leading candidate to close games, who is a reliable reliever but only has 14 career saves. Going out and making this move, even if it puts you over the luxury tax, is a move that would make fans understand that this team means business, and other teams should watch out for Texas this season. Now we're going to take a look at 4 non-roster invitees that could make the Rangers opening day roster. The pool of non-roster invitees is already quite the treat to watch throughout the spring. It usually consists of minor leaguers and veterans looking to get back on the right track. They usually get demoted to the minors or granted their release prior to the start of the regular season. However, some non-roster guys do occasionally make the opening day roster. Wyatt Langford was technically a non-roster invitee who got to Arlington on opening day last season. Jared Walsh was another spring invitee class of 2024 to not only make the roster, but start on Game 1 due to Nathaniel Lowe's injury. This spring, the Texas Rangers non-roster list is nearing 20, ranging from 18-year-old star Sebastian Walcott and 41-year-old journeyman reliever Jesse Chavez. Regardless, the Rangers will likely need the services of an invitee or 2 this season, and these are 4 likely picks. Nick Ahmed. Ahmed is one of the most recent veteran position players to receive an invite to spring training alongside Sam Haggerty. The infield is stacked, so his chances are slim, but Ahmed is still an intriguing player. His defense is among the reasoning to support him. There's very little argument for someone trying to argue he's not a valuable defensive weapon. Even in limited opportunities last year, he was a plus defender, providing 7 fielding run value and 9 outs above average, both among the top 15% in the league. I understand his offense has been a non-factor throughout his whole career. In 11 seasons, he has a career average of .234, and the Diamondbacks released him back in 2023 when Geraldo Perdomo was coming into his own and providing results on both sides of the ball at a cheaper price. Not saying he will 100% be on the roster, but he will be an intriguing candidate to watch this spring. Next up, Jesse Chavez. I'm betting a solid reunion could be happening in Arlington come late March. Chavez previously pitched for the Rangers for 2 seasons back in 2019 and 2020, where he pitched in 66 games. It wasn't the smoothest experience, as his last 18 games with Texas, he recorded a .688 ERA, while batters hit .303 against him. Despite a tough few seasons, his 2024 season with Atlanta provided the team with 63.1 innings out of the bullpen and finished the year with a .313 ERA with 55 strikeouts. But the team needs some relief help, and I bet they are putting a lot of weight into the fact that Chavez is a 17-year vet with experiences in big moments. And then Adrian Hauser. Hauser is a good pitcher to have on your side because he provides a lot of versatility for your staff. Throughout his career, he's appeared in 152 games, with 107 of those being starts. He still doesn't have numbers that stand out, recording a .421 ERA, close to 500 strikeouts, a .152 whip in 69 innings. Texas's bullpen makeup is still up in the air and won't likely be solved until days before the regular season kicks off on March 28th in Arlington. Some names are pretty locked into a spot in the bullpen, but because of the whole free agent departures left, some decisions are still left to be determined. Hauser has the opportunity to perform well in spring training and prove his value to Bruce Bochy and Mike Maddox, which may as well end on the 26-man active roster. And then we have Matt Festa. I thought Matt Festa wasn't on the team anymore. If this was last week, you'd be correct, but he's back. The 31-year-old returned earlier this week on a minor league deal after being released from the Chicago Cubs. What is keeping Festa in consideration to make the roster is his most recent track record with the organization. The catchers, coaches, and pitching staff are familiar with him and understand how he goes about his business. He was also among the team's most used arms down the stretch, appearing in 18 games since joining the team on June 30th. While he doesn't throw particularly hard, and he's one of the better pitchers when it comes to average exit velocity, chase percentage, and hard hit percentage, as a reliever, he shows promise and confidence that he pick up innings and record outs. And now we're going to take a look at another topic. Corey Seager will be the next Ranger to have a statue outside of Globe Life Field. Adrian Beltre will be the next Ranger to have a statue outside the stadium, and Corey Seager is likely to follow in his footsteps. Earlier this week, the Texas Rangers announced that former third baseman Adrian Beltre will be getting his own statue outside Globe Life Field this summer. The 45-year-old retired as a Ranger back in 2018 and last summer was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. He's one of the organization's 3 players to represent the team. In 8 seasons with the team from 2011 to 2018, he hit a slash line of .304, .357, .509, .865, with 199 home runs and 699 runs driven in and a 41.1 WAR. He ranks top 10 in club history in at-bats, runs, hits, doubles, home runs, RBIs, average, and slugging. Corey Seager is on his way to being a franchise great, just like Beltre. Even better if he continues this direction of success. Where would this team be without Seager? Actually, don't answer that. It makes me too sad to think about that. When Corey Seager signed his 10-year contract prior to the 2022 season, it was a sign that the organization was moving forward out of the rebuild and into the future. Not sure what the suspected timeline was to get the job done, but 2 years in, the contract paid off with the franchise's first championship. Seager was the centerpiece, and as a result, he won his second career World Series MVP, hitting 3 home runs and driving in 6 runs during the 5-game series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. His game-tying 2-home run in the bottom of the 9th inning of Game 1 is perhaps the greatest moment of his career. In his first 3 seasons with Texas, Seager has been a 3-time All-Star every year, winning the AL Silver Slugger at shortstop. He recorded career-high marks in OPS, home runs, and WAR in 119 games during the 2023 campaign, and finished second place in AL MVP voting. Entering the 2025 season, he is 4 home runs shy of 100 and 7 RBIs shy of 300 in a Texas uniform. If Seager continues to be productive, he could end his career atop the franchise's rankings in several categories. The only thing that is stopping him from putting great counting numbers up is his health. Throughout his career, he's been prone to injuries, and his time with Texas has been no exception. I do not foresee that being an issue when it comes to his statue as a Rangers, because in some way, he's already locked it up, but he might as well continue adding to that legacy. Now the only question left to be asked is, what will the statue look like? My guess it will be his reaction from that franchise-defying World Series home run. Let me know your thoughts on the topics we covered in the comment section below. Give us a thumbs up if you like our video. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification button to be notified of future videos. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/TTR. If you want to support the channel, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/TTRangers. As always, your support helps the channel grow, upgrade our equipment, bring in new hosts, be able to pay them, and take this show on the road. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We will see you next week.